If you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm gonna try to take everything away from you. And I don't care when I find out. Could be today, tomorrow, 15, 20 years from now. If I find out, you're fucking finished. Who's that? That's you.
I did not want to go back and forth with Katt Williams like that. That bothered me so bad. That really bothered.
I shouldn't have, honestly. Like, some of these things are the reason that the enemy decides to go ahead and let you be famous, is your ability to tear down your own kind, no matter how high they are.
Welcome to the Gossup channel. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We're growing with you and because of you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Once we hit that milestone, a special prize will be waiting for you. Stay tuned. And now, let's get into the topic. And now people are saying Katt straight up wrecked Wanda's career, a career she spent decades grinding for, and they're calling Katt a total menace for what he did to her. Some fans even bring up that this comes right after Katt recently apologized for clowning Michael Jackson in one of his old comedy specials, and now they're demanding he drop another apology, this time to Wanda's family. But here's the twist. Not everyone's buying that narrative. Dave Chappelle jumped in to back Katt, saying the Wanda drama was nothing but comedy. The same kind of clapback Katt has always been known for. When somebody tries to test him, Chappelle even blasted fans for digging through old clips just to cancel somebody, especially over jokes made years back that were never meant to be taken that deep. So let's break down exactly what went down between Katt and Wanda, why that fiery old interview is suddenly back in the spotlight, and why Dave Chappelle thinks the cancel crowd is once again going way too far. Because all it took was this clip resurfacing for social media to pounce on Katt, branding him a hypocrite and demanding he hand out apologies left and right, including one to the late Wanda Smith herself. One user went off writing, "Katt Williams is a POS for what he did to Wanda Smith." Another added, "I remember when Katt went in on Wanda and the whole city of Atlanta was laughing right along with him. It was wild, but Katt gets beside himself way too often, disrespecting people just for laughs, and now Wanda's gone and suddenly everybody in Atlanta wants to pretend they always had her back. I would haunt you lames." But it's not all hate. Plenty are defending Katt too, including Dave Chappelle himself. Chappelle even linked it to his own cancel storm over trans jokes, saying comedy is the last place where truth gets spoken raw, and no real comedian should ever let their voice be silenced. But this ain't just a cancel culture story. There's a darker twist people don't talk about enough. Katt actually claimed Wanda and her husband tried to literally come after him over that roast gone wrong. To rewind, this all traces back to September 2018, when Katt and comedian Red Grant pulled up to Frank and Wanda in the morning. Red was just gearing up for a run of shows in Atlanta, but what was supposed to be a chill 20-minute promo interview turned into the station's most watched clip of all time. And it's no mystery why. Katt flipped that whole sit-down into a full-blown roast the moment Wanda tossed a little shade and failed to land it. At first, everything seemed cool, but then the tension shot up quick. Katt started firing shots about Tiffany Haddish, pointing out how Tiffany landed a Netflix bag without ever grinding on a comedy tour. Katt didn't stop there. He went in harder, claiming nobody could even name a single original joke Tiffany Haddish ever wrote. Then he dug into something bigger, how insanely talented black female comedians keep getting ignored by the industry, while someone like Tiffany gets all the spotlight without even writing her own material. According to Katt, it wasn't talent driving Tiffany's rise. It was the fact she was the safe pick, handpicked by the Hollywood gatekeepers to sell easy to white audiences. That's when Wanda jumped in, firing back that Tiffany blew up because she's real. But Katt wasn't buying it at all. He shut that down quick, saying Tiffany only climbed to the top of the black female comedy scene for two main reasons. Katt flat out said Tiffany rose up because she talks nonstop about dating white men and because she's light-skinned. By then, the vibe between Katt and Wanda was already tense, but it spiraled even messier when Wanda tried throwing shade with a slick question about Katt's cooking skills for his kids. Katt wasn't letting that slide. He clapped back with verbal jabs one after another. That's dope, you cook. Do you cook for your kids? For a split second, they actually laughed and it felt like the heat cooled down. But right when it seemed like the smoke cleared, Katt twisted the knife. He flipped the whole thing by dragging Wanda's kids into the mix. And from there, the interview turned into a full-blown comedy roast with Wanda as the target. At first, Wanda tried to laugh it off, but you could see the anger boiling under her smile. She switched gears, reaching for ammo by dragging up Katt's old legal troubles and even clowning his hair, but that move blew up in her face. The back and forth got heated, hands flying as they talked, and near the end, Wanda just couldn't resist throwing one last jab. She called Katt Lil Mama and even hinted he might be gay. But Katt wasn't having it. He shut that down instantly, flipping her insult right back at her like a dagger. Honestly, it was brutal to watch. Wanda getting roasted and embarrassed on her own show like that. She tried to keep it together, but the humiliation cut deep. And that's when things took a serious, dangerous turn. Rumor has it Wanda couldn't let it slide, and the fallout got so wild, she allegedly sent her husband and even her son to confront Katt. It all went down on September 15th, 2018, outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater, where Wanda was hosting a comedy night. Her husband, Lamorris, pulled up in the parking lot and came strapped, pulling a weapon on Katt. Security footage later leaked, showing the tense scene between Katt and Wanda right before Lamorris stormed in and chased him down. Yeah, it was chaos. According to the police report, Lamorris admitted he chased Katt but claimed he never meant to draw the gun, saying it just dropped by accident while he was running. Wanda had her own version of the story too. Just days later on her radio show, she claimed Katt only popped up to disrespect her for no reason, and her husband was simply stepping in to protect his wife. But then TMZ came crashing in with a bombshell. Leaked security footage that actually showed Lamorris holding a gun and chasing Katt straight into a nearby grocery store. Now to keep it real, the video didn't catch Lamorris pointing the gun directly at Katt, and he swore he wasn't trying to shoot anyone, just that the weapon slipped while he was running. But the scandal didn't fade there. By January 2019, Wanda was suddenly fired from V103 Atlanta. No official reason was given, but the gossip mill went crazy, with many pointing to her Lil Mama and gay insult comments. And in Atlanta, a city with a huge black gay community, that kind of shade could have easily cost her career.
This might be the noblest of professions. Robin Williams had a bar that I loved. He said comedy is the only job you can have where you can use everything you know. And that's true. You can use more than you know. If you use what you think, use it. Don't be afraid. Don't let these bitch-ass niggas button your lip. Say it anyway.
I don't be coming out doing comedy all the time because y'all niggas is the worst motherfuckers I've ever tried to entertain in my fucking
Where you at under the sound of my voice? Do you have a real co-worker?
Right.
Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she been doing comedy, and then all of a sudden divorced him, then said he abused her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't, and then now we're at Brad Pitt. So hey, you can say whatever you want. She said she got a disease for JJ. Don't nobody check for that. I support Linnell, Melanie Camacho, Miss Laura, all the people that got skipped over in the list between now and then. It's no shade to nobody. We are in the only business where, as a black woman, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. And time again, they show you that you can be sidetracked by anything like.
As for Katt, he stayed quiet back when Wanda got fired. He didn't speak on it at all. It actually took years before he finally broke his silence. In January 2024, during his sit-down on Club Shay Shay, Katt spilled his side of the story, claiming the whole Wanda feud really started before the cameras were even rolling. According to Katt, Wanda had promised him she wouldn't bring up his legal troubles or his kids. But the moment he started going in on Tiffany Haddish, Wanda flipped the script. She jumped in, dragging up his kids and his jail time. Katt said that was the spark that sent everything spiraling out of control, turning what should have been a simple interview into one of the messiest comedy clashes Atlanta ever saw. Katt claimed Wanda was really trying to clown him in front of her gay fan base, and in his eyes, that's the real reason she got fired and eventually faded from the spotlight. He even doubled down on the drama with her husband, saying the whole parking lot chaos felt like a setup, and that Wanda basically tried to have him taken out over nothing more than a joke. Fast forward to October 2024. Wanda tragically passed away just one day after celebrating her 58th birthday. Katt, he stayed completely silent. No condolences, no statements, nothing. Fans were split over his silence. Some argued Katt was right not to say a word, because if he had spoken up, people would have instantly accused him of being fake and hypocritical. But others felt his silence was cold, proof that the bad blood between them never healed. And truth is, nobody knows if Katt ever reached out to Wanda's family behind closed doors to show respect. But the way social media is now digging this all back up, trying to cancel Katt over a feud where he nearly lost his life over a joke, is insane. And honestly, it proves exactly what Dave Chappelle's been preaching. That cancel culture is tearing comedy apart and punishing comedians for doing what they've always done, speaking raw and unfiltered. So what's your take on this wild saga between Katt and the late Wanda Smith? Do you think Katt owes her family an apology, just like he finally gave for those Michael Jackson jokes? Or are people just digging up old beef to cancel him for no real reason? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the Gossup channel, the place where we keep all the raw drama alive. I'll catch you in the next video.